Here we go! Welcome to the Nintendo Power Zone, guys. It's your boy Nice1983, and today is November 17th. So you know what that means? It's the official release date for Pokemon UltraSun and Ultra Moon. So I headed out to my local GameStop to go pick up my pre-order. So this time around, I went ahead and still picked UltraSun simply because I like the design of Lunala less than I like Solgaleo's. So it's literally a box Pokemon thing. Anyway, guys, I am really excited about that, but that's not really why we're here today. We're here to do a brand new unboxing because, as you can see on the table, we have a Pikachu, and this is from the gallery line that's exclusive to the Pokemon Center, but maybe not so exclusive anymore because you're now starting to see these show up at your local GameStops. And I have been wanting to get these figures for a while, but I'm not a huge fan of the Pokemon Center shipping policies, so I decided that I would hold off on them. But now that they're showing up at our local GameStops, I can't really not get these figures anymore, so gonna have to bite the bullet. So I did. So I got the Pikachu figure. They also had a Mew figure, and I'll probably go back and get that at another time. I just spent a lot of money on these two particular items today. They're like 50 something bucks, so yeah, gotta be frugal when I can be, I guess. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Alright, guys, taking a look at this box, we have in the upper right hand corner the gallery logo. Then we move over to the left side of the box. It says Pikachu and Thunderbolt, indicating which attack he's performing. You have this great image of Pikachu in the window display, and I love it. And at the top of the box, it does say that this is for ages 8 and up, and then it warns you to be, that this is a choking hazard and that it has sharp points. And to the far left bottom corner, you have this great image of Pikachu. Looks like he's running down that Thunderbolt. It looks really sick. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at another side of the box because the front of the box is a little plain. Alright, guys, taking a look at the side of the box, it says Pikachu Thunderbolt, and you get another good look at the window display from a different angle. But to the right of that, you have this great image of Pikachu, the figure itself. And I love this angle. This is a sick angle. And the bottom left corner of the box, you have the Gallery Figures logo, which is actually a pretty sick logo because it's like a Pokeball with the word Gallery Figures in the center of it. And I really love the way they stylized the lettering for the words Gallery Figures. It just looks really cool, and it's a really cool logo. I wish they would do more logos like this. Alright, guys, taking a look at the back of this box, this is where all the style is. So you have the Gallery Figures logo again at the top right corner, and then it says put your Pokemon on display, and then it says Thunderbolt, and we have a description of Thunderbolt. Pikachu brings down a strong electric blast on the opponent, which sometimes paralyzes it. So that's a really good description of what this figure is actually doing. Really like it. And we have one more little description right here, and it says get up close to the action and you can collect the whole Pokemon Gallery figure series. So pretty cool descriptions. You have one that talks about the figure line itself and another one that's describing Pikachu using Thunderbolt. Now that's all cool, but let's take a look at these pictures right here. You have this great full picture on the right side of the box of the gallery figure itself, and it looks fantastic. And then they have close-up shots from different angles, and they also look really good, and I really like that. And if you look at the bottom of the box, it says to find the latest gallery figures at PokemonCenter.com. You have the Pokemon Center logo and a bunch of trademark stuff. Now it's time to go ahead and look at the other side of the box. Alright, guys, here it is, the last side of the box, and this is beautiful. Just look at this figure. The angle they got was perfect. I personally know I'm not going to take a picture this good. Anyway, just take a look at it. It looks fantastic. Definitely a highlight of the box, and it makes me want to keep the packaging because of this picture right here. Anyway, I'm really having high hopes for these figures. The best Pokemon toys I've ever reviewed on this channel were the Pokken Tournament figures, which, as you guys should remember, were prize grabber toys. So I'm really hoping that the quality here matches that or is better. But you never know when it comes to stuff like this, so let's go ahead and get the figure unboxed. Alright, guys, here it is outside of the box, and wow, this is one of my favorite things that I've ever unboxed to photograph because I love the style of it. It just looks fantastic. The Thunderbolt, oh man, it just looks like Pikachu's either jumping down towards the Thunderbolt or running along the lightning. Either way, it looks phenomenal. This looks really, really good. Now, I said earlier that the best Pokemon thing I've ever unboxed on this channel was the Pokken Tournament figures, and that holds true, unfortunately. The gallery figures, while they look good, they have really great poses, they feel a little bit more cheaply made than an amiibo, which says a lot because I have a particularly high standard for amiibo. I think amiibo are fantastic Toys to Life products, and I honestly think that this doesn't meet those standards, which, I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think amiibos are really high quality. I just think that this is a step below that. Although, wouldn't this make the perfect amiibo? It just seems like a missed opportunity that the Pokemon Company doesn't fully embrace things like amiibo. This is perfect. Look at this design. This would make a fantastic amiibo. This would be really good. All they would have to do is up the quality to meet the amiibo standards, and this would be the best amiibo of all time because of that Thunderbolt. It would be more akin to what the Skylanders figures did well, but that's a different, topic. So let's stick to the task at hand. Like I said, this doesn't match the quality of that Pokken Tournament figure. It's a little bit below an amiibo, but I don't think that's a bad thing, to be 100% honest. I think amiibos are a little too high quality, and that's what makes them kind of hard to get your hands on. And these figures were plentiful at my local GameStop, so that means, hey, I'll take the slightly below quality figure to have an opportunity to get it, you know what I'm saying? Now let's go ahead and talk about the things the figure does well, because I think it actually does a lot of things well. First and foremost, the tail. The tail is attached to this figure. It's not a separate piece that is detachable, which is nice. That's the biggest problem I have with most Pikachu toys, or the detachable tail. This one is firmly planted in his bottom. The lightning bolt effect is great. Well, to be more specific, it's the Thunderbolt effect, and it just looks great. And Pikachu's pose, the way he's kind of scaling it, looks really, really good. This is amazing. This is really good design work. The team that is designing these figures, they're doing an amazing job, and it just hurts that this isn't an amiibo, because if this was an amiibo, I'd be freaking out right now and dying to test out its functionality. Regardless, moving back onto the figure itself, the paint is on point, really on point. Nothing is out of place, and I love it, and I just love the expression on Pikachu's face. Pikachu's face, in my opinion, it's always kind of hard to get it done right. I've seen some derpy looking Pikachu toys, but this is one that does it right. Alright guys, look at the Pikachu from this angle. Love that. Look at the pose of the body. He is flying down in the same direction as that lightning bolt strike. It looks freaking sick. I love this. Even though his face is obscured, you can't see it because his head is tilted to the side. It doesn't matter. You know that this is Pikachu. You know that he's doing a Thunderbolt, and it really looks good. I love it. So taking a look at the back of the figure, we only have a good look at the lightning, but I think that's not bad at all. Look at how good that lightning looks. Looks fantastic. I love the color that they chose for it. It's this sort of translucent yellow, even though it's not really translucent. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe pearlescent would be the best word, but it looks really good. And I love how you see little Pikachu's feet just as they're hanging in the air. Just looks great. You get a nice look at his tail, which kind of matches the same shape as that lightning bolt that we're seeing right here. It's all done really, really well, and I love the effect of the lightning striking the ground. Looks really good. Alright guys, here it is, the last angle of the figure, and I love this. You get a nice look at the rage in Pikachu's face. Looks really, really good. And I just love the way his body is kind of just floating there. You get a nice look at his colors. His tail looks really good. His ears are like bent backwards. This looks sick. The lightning bolt just striking the ground again looks fantastic. This really should be an amiibo. I just can't get over what a missed opportunity this is. These gallery figures look great, and I feel like if you just up the quality slightly and put an NFC chip at the bottom of the base, you have the perfect amiibo. Nintendo needs to do a better job of getting the Pokemon Company on board with making amiibo, because we only have the Smash line pretty much. Oh well, it is what it is. Guys, let's go ahead and move into score time, because I'm excited to give this thing a review score. Alright guys, it is score time, my favorite time. Why? Because I get to tell you whether or not something is actually worth your hard-earned money. So this is currently retailing at $16.99, and you can get it at your local GameStop now, or you can get it through the traditional method of the PokemonCenter.com website. Personally, I would suggest getting it from GameStop. You don't have to worry about shipping. You have to spend at least $50 for that free shipping on the PokemonCenter.com website. Anyway, let's start with its appearance, guys, because there's a lot to say about its appearance. This is one of the best looking Pikachu toys I have ever seen. It really is great. Now, this is supposed to be a higher quality figure. This is meant more for a traditional collector. This is definitely something you want to display on your shelf. So they made it look really, really good. Look at the pose of Pikachu. Fantastic. He is diving down that lightning. The lightning itself looks dynamic, and it just has this action where it's literally striking into the ground, and you see the little sparks of the connection of that. Looks really, really good. On top of that, the paint job of the lightning bolt itself is fantastic. It's like this translucent slash pearlescent yellow color that just looks really good. It makes it really pop, and it makes it stand out from the yellow of Pikachu. You see that they're two different shades of yellow, which is really nice, so they don't blend into each other. They don't really get lost, which is something that I really appreciate. I hate when I see colors that are too similar blending into one another when it comes to figures, because then you start to lose detail. This figure does not suffer from that flaw. Looks fantastic. So for its appearance, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a perfect 10, because this is an amazing job, and it just makes me sad that it's not an amiibo. Moving on to, the material that it's made out of, I'm a little disappointed. This is not the highest quality plastic that you can get. Now, to be fair, the price point for this is $16.99. I should have been keyed off to the quality of the figure based on its price. When I think about how much I paid for the Pokken Tournament Pikachu, I paid like 50 or 60 bucks for that. So it made sense that the quality of that was really high. But on the flip side of that, that was a prize grabber toy or a UFO catcher toy, which is surprising because I've imported some of those, UFO catcher toys like the Mario ones, and those are really cheaply made. So it was really surprising to see the high quality that went into that Pokken Tournament Pikachu. And for me to sit here and tell you guys that this doesn't meet the quality of that, and to go even further, this actually doesn't even meet the quality of an amiibo, is kind of painful. Because, to be fair, this is supposed to be a collector's figure. This is supposed to be something that you're proud to display. Instead, it's a little bit more cheaply made than your standard, American Pokemon toy. That being said, though, it looks really good, and that makes up for a lot of the flaws that go into the quality of the figure itself. So for its quality, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. So I gave it a 10 for its appearance, a 7 for its functionality. So its final score is going to be an 8.5. So it gets our official Nintendo Power Zone seal of quality, and it does a good job in achieving that. It's not the best Pikachu toy that I've ever reviewed for the channel, but it's definitely not the worst by any stretch of the imagination. So it gets an 8.5. It gets our official Nintendo Power Zone seal of quality. But guys, it's time for me to go ahead and get out of your hair because I got some Pokemon UltraSun to play. But before I let you go, gotta hit you up with these social media links. You can hit me up on Twitter at nice1983. You can email me at nice1983@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/Nintendo Power Zone. If you're a fan of the Nintendo Power Zone podcast, you can always download new episodes on iTunes, Google Play Music, stream new episodes on Stitcher Radio. But if you want to watch the video version of the show, you can catch us right here on YouTube, youtube.com/Nintendo Power Zone. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and remember to watch out for amiibo hunters on the prowl. Deuces.